everybody. How is everyone doing on this lovely Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, or if you're in the future, Monday morning, very early Monday or morning in Oz and New Zealand. Is everybody okay? Is everyone keeping well? Did everybody survive after spooky Saturday last night? Hello, Wise Angel, Moya, Trudy. My goodness, Trudy, you're up early. Jackie, hello. Raven, hello, darling. Tracy. Ooh, Vicky, hello. Hot as Hades here in Kansas. Bless you, man. What's happening? If something happened to Florence, what's happened to Florence? What's going on? I'm missing some messages. I see. CPAP. That's not a good thing to break. I hope it's something replaceable, easy replaceable. You're going to be tired if you haven't had a good night's sleep, Florence. Bless you. Where are we at? Moya, hello. Nicola, hello. Hello, Sue. Janine, hello. Sylvie, good afternoon to you. Laura, hello, darling. Jen, hello. Paula, more puff pieces out today. Yeah. There's been some out. Hello, Paula, by the way. Marissa, hello. Jess, hello. Maggie, hello. And Tracy, hello. Patricia, hello. How are you doing? $3:30 a.m. I know. Bless you, man. Really early. Really early. Josie, hello, darling. Karen M, hello, darling. Mickey Ting, hello. Am I echoing? How's it sound now? Does it sound a bit better now? I will go and have a look and see if I can do something with the sound. I wonder if I've clicked a button. Where are we at? Sari, hello, gorgeous. How are you doing? Kelly from Leafland. Hello, Kelly from Leafland. How are you doing? How's Trudeau over there? Is he behaving himself? Stephanie, hello, darling. I think I'm nearly there. Abby. Hello, Abby. How are you doing? I think I've got everyone. Sound is fine, no problem. Don't fix it. Okay. All right. Okay. It might just be a little bit weird because it's a little bit weird at the minute. The whole life. Royal Summits, King Charles III has been, and Big Willie. Big Willie will be in New York, so he won't be there. I doubt King Charles one has been either. I don't think that's happening. I think that's just gibberish. Who else are we going? Where else are we going? I can do reading on it though, not tonight. Hey, Afida. How are you doing? Nick, yeah, there was so much that's coming out. It does make your head spin with all the Harkles drama. In Royal Court with Queen Anne. Can we ask for healing prayers for my nurse friend Janice? Yes, we can, darling. If we can all send healing to everyone who needs it, but it's particularly for Sari's friend Janice, who has had a GI bleed, and yeah, so please send healing vibes for Janice. I am going to send healing vibes tonight as well. Really? Does it sound like I'm talking over myself? I wonder if you've got me on two things. Let me have a look. Let me just 2 seconds, guys. I'll just make sure there's nothing I can do just to audio. Yeah, I've got echo cancellation on. Yeah, it shouldn't echo. Okay. Mr. Northy's just checking, and apparently I sound just as irritating as I do in real life on. Pretty much. Yes, and prayers for those in the hurricane path as well. Hello, Ghost darling. How are you doing? It's okay now. It must have been on your end. Mickey, you're just being awkward. It's fine though. I'd rather check it out and make sure everything was fine than to go through talking like sounds like I'm talking in a tunnel for you guys. Do you know what I mean? It's just at least we checked it. We checked it. One day at a time. Oh, sweetheart. Has everyone heard about the Royal Tour Bus? Yes, I've heard about the Royal Tour Bus. Apparently, Mr. Northy's laughing. Apparently, it's. Can you remember that pap guy who started a channel with Thomas Markle, senior, not junior, senior one, and then he's him. It's coming from him. So I don't know if that's been set up by the Harkles to make themselves look vulnerable. Hello, Leanne, darling. How are you doing? Thomas Markle Jr. did another video using stress passages. I must check that out. I really have to check that out. So, puff piece. It's just PR, all of it. Hello, Shauna. How are you doing? I think we're going to get another sequel of South Park the way it's going. I hope one comes quite soon, to be fair. I can't imagine the neighbours are happy about that bus thing. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Well, you wouldn't be, would you? Or you guys, like, you have this, like, piece of paradise, this quiet community, bit like upper middle class, private, secluded. Nobody knew about Montecito. If somebody said, "Where's Montecito?" I would be like, "Europe." I didn't know where Montecito was. Nobody knew where it was. Nobody had heard of the place. Well, I hadn't. Yeah, Italy or the south of France. Montecito, Monaco, something like that. Like, geography's terrible, by the way. But the whole point of it was, and they've moved there, and they've, it's disruptive as hell. Oh, Sherry, hello. How are you? Where are you? I can't see Sherry. Hello, darling. I hope you're okay. You have been a miss. I know you've got stuff on. I thought they were in a gated community. If so, how they can have a tour bus going there? Well, Sylvie does this as well. What are they going to do? Just drive around this kind of like the farmers market in Montecito and up to the gated community? What they cannot do. They cannot do. rubbish. It's just a puff piece. It's just terrible. Hey, you Deb. Florence, he's now trying to shut down free speech. Who is trying to shut down free speech? Missing you all so much. Trying to catch up. You've missed some Dickie's reaction. Like there has been Dickie's reaction. I think he's been pining for you, Sherry. To be honest, I think what we'll do, I'm going to change the little guys that are next to you. We're going to swap out a few of the crowns and stuff, and we are going to get a Dickie 3 level. But I think most of you surpassed the Dickie 3 level. But all right, he's trying to shut free speech down. Hi, Devon, love. They wouldn't put it past her to put the sign in front of the house. Hello, lady lovely. I think it's going to be the time to remove the line of succession. I'll definitely do a reading on that for next week. The Balmoral Summit. I think it's already a foregone conclusion, to be honest. It's okay. I don't know why I've just put your message up there, Deb. Honestly, I'm just a little bit stupid tonight. I'll get rid of it. Is it gone? Should have gone now. Right, okay. Don't worry about with the subscriptions as well. Sometimes it doesn't auto renew. Sometimes you have to go in to renew it and stuff. So yeah. And the Signio on his channel thought it would be a laugh for him and Steph to have a bus tour for his members. Sugar's making his life hell, taking for right. Should be doing a dance of the 7 veils for all the tourists and sending him out to settle the big issue. Yeah. Welcome, Shauna. Thank you for joining memberships. I need to do a little dance or something, a little sing song for when everyone becomes a member or renews becoming a member. I should do something just to be extra cheesy, just to be extra thing. Thank you, Shauna. If rumours are true, there's some confusion about what Charles is doing, inheritance issues. I think it's all on purpose. Oh, thank you, Sari. Thanks, guys. We're just having a little bit of a general chit chat tonight. You've just watched a Royal Griff YouTube video yesterday, and she talked about the funds to do with Invictus. It was really good. I haven't watched that yet. So my theory is the funds that are going to Invictus, I guess they're going to, I don't know, because I looked at Invictus Games, and it seems that Invictus Games is still a registered charity in the UK. Oh, thank you, Sari. Oh, thank you, my love. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, lovely. So the whole Invictus Games thing, I might be wrong, but it is the charity is still registered in the UK. Oh, thank you, Sari. You got kicked out, Moya. Pink Pancakes. They have a profit subsidiary delight company. Okay. Invictus were allegedly holding a vote to kick him out of it entirely. Wow. I haven't looked at Invictus. But it's just a copy of the Warrior Games from the US, isn't it? Because he went over to see the Warrior Games. You should watch it. I will watch it. I will watch it. I am very interested in this. It really like kind of like fries my brain, this whole, I don't know, man. I've got a lot of time for veterans and I have a lot of time for disabled people, but I just feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like, yeah, it feels like they're being used. That's Mr. Northy says that.
It's a noble thing.
It's a noble thing. You can't argue with it being a noble thing, but there's something not right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just there's
something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something wrong in the management, not the actual games themselves.
It's not
like that. It's fine. It's
there's something not
top levels of it.
Yeah.
There's a scam somewhere. I just can't find it.
Yeah. And that's why I think they got Trevor Culk shut down. The biggest issue is the increase in expenses once Meghan Markle comes into it in 2022. Unfortunately, the H factors tarnish the Invictus Games. I wonder if it makes it. Does they have any kind of like snow events that would make him twitchy? They could get a sponsorship from Elizabeth Arden for any kind of like ice events. Bobsled. Bobsled. Invictus Games sponsored by Elizabeth Arden. Should she be about the Invictus athletes? Yeah, not the parkours. I completely agree. Yeah, I don't want it like I don't want them. Iced Todgers. They could like Iced Todgers bobsled team. Is Meghan Markle going to be there? I think so. Apparently, she's going to be doing a. It's like a sit down. It's like a talking thingamajig. She's going to be the chair of this conversation. Kind of like a master of ceremonies, but it's like a little bit more a mediator of a conversation. Yeah, he should be ashamed. Iced Todgers is a new drink. Iced Todgers with pink pancakes. I believe they're just using veterans. Yeah, I'm not too with it. Yeah, we're going to get sickly platitudes. We are going to get word salad. Which is, yeah, talking about herself again. I know you got blown up by a mine in Serbia, or I know you've got your leg amputated in Afghanistan, but somebody asked about my child's hair colour. Mediators should have to let others talk. Yeah, Rosie. I saw a 98-year-old war veteran saying he has been evicted from his home, staying in temporary accommodation in a hostel. Diabolical. Will Invictus participants being provided? And she starts talking. sick bags. Harry's not affection like all of the soldiers. This is her Oprah moment. I know you're disabled, but did you write a letter at age 11 to an imaginary letter about dish soap? And did you get an advert changed by Procter and Gamble? Did you? Did you? Yes, you may have got your legs blown off in Afghanistan fighting for your country. It's not quite the same as 11-year-old activism. That's what she'll be like on about. So, I don't want to make the mood any worse, but I've got something to say about that whole Lucy Letby thing. I just see everyone groaning like, no. So I noticed that the moon at the minute is currently in Libra in the UK, which is great for all you Librans about. But Libra in the tarot is also the Justice card. And the moon is in Libra and then Scorpio tomorrow. So by the time she gets sentenced, it will be Libra and it will be shifting into Scorpio tomorrow afternoon. So she is getting her custodial sentence awarded to her tomorrow. She's even too whimpery to show up to court. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah, it's going to be a full life sentence. I think it's going to be a full life sentence. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if the judge says something about the maximum sentence almost being not enough. I wouldn't be surprised then. Oh, thank you, Leanne, lovely. Thank you. I was looking at the link you posted about Lucy Letby. Yeah, that is, if you haven't already seen that video, I highly recommend this lad who was in court with her. And it's on the community page. But after I want to go and check it out. And he was watching her in court, and it was just like, yeah, it was a YouTuber watching it. She deserves a full life sentence and the rest. She's in Peterborough. I mentioned last night as well, but she is in Peterborough prison, which seems to be a place they go to hold prisoners that before, like, while they're getting sentenced. There's a few places she could go. There is a lady who, what channel is it called? Let me get the name for the channel for you. It's a good channel, it is. It's called Crime Scene to Courtroom. That's the name of the channel. Crime Scene 2, as in the numerical number, courtroom. So she is going to, what was the word? She's going to either going to end up, there's one in Manchester called Style Prison, and I don't think she'll end up there. Because there was a little baby girl called Star Hobson who was murdered by her mother's lesbian partner, and she's in there, and she's absolutely, honestly, all kinds of different sociopath, psychopath. Yeah. Style, is it a bit open? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Style. It could be Broadmoor, it could be Durham, it could be, because there's two Durhams. There's Frankland and there's Durham. Got to change the subject. What's the poison mushroom lady? And yeah, she's in the that's going to take a while for everything to come out with that, Laura. I think with the cards, there's something with the poison mushroom lady. I think that's going to be a while. It's a little bit quite complicated. Ones within London has some women. Yeah, Nicola, I don't think she's. Beverly Allett, yeah. I think she's going to go down for a long time. Well, I don't think she's ever going to come out. I find it difficult to reconcile what she's done, and the more and more you learn about it, you understand why the press weren't reporting everything. That's where Myra Hindley was for a while. Durham. Will she be joining Beverly Allett in Broadmoor? It's hard to say. I'm going to do a reading on. Bye, Stephanie, darling. I'm going to do a reading on this week sometime about what will happen to her in prison. Yeah. They won't allow her in this hospital wing to work unless it's to scrub the floors. Yeah, they're not going to let her in anywhere. She's going to basically be in solitary isolation for the rest of her life, more or less. Hindley was in Durham. She came out in a body bag. Yeah. If it's psychiatric, she could end up where Bev Allett ended up. She's in Rampton. Yeah. Bev Allett's in Rampton. I don't know if could she end up in Rampton or Broadmoor, or there was a case up here not too far from us. There was a lady called Odessa, and her daughter was called Odessa as well. And the daughter had been hallucinating. I think she had like schizophrenia. This is going back a few years, but recently, like within the last 5 years, and she basically decapitated her mother, and she was walking around the town centre, or walking around the town in Ashington it was, with her mother's head in a carrier bag, in a plastic bag. Yeah, she's ended up in a secure psychiatric hospital for the rest of her life. She can't remember doing it. You remember that case? Mm-hmm. It's very sad. I worked with a young nurse, gave a patient 5 cc of insulin instead of 5U. Wow. Rampton, yeah. I think that's where she went. Killed the patient. Yeah, it was a terribly sad case. But that was one of those cases where she was unfit to stand trial, and she just got sent straight to, and the trial was heard in absence, or they just like discussed it. But she's never getting out. She's never going to get out. The management with the case of Letby should be held accountable. That was heartbreaking how that was seen as well. The management at one point, a week before the police were called in, they were sitting having a meeting with the management and Letby and Letby's parents, and Letby was saying the management of this hospital were getting the doctors who'd raised concerns about Letby's behaviour to apologize to her. They were offering to send Letby to work at a very prestigious children's hospital, Alder Hey in Liverpool. And they were also offering to pay for her master's degree and have lots of support. And these doctors had to sit and write a letter to her and apologize to her face. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, and then the following week, the police were called. The doctor told police, and they listened more than the management did at the hospital. Those babies should be at school, the doctor said in that interview. And yes, they wanted to send her to Alderhay. The nurse manager is now retired on a healthy pension, running a plush holiday let. Well, this is the crime. This is one of these ones that'll stay in the public's long memory. People won't like it. People won't like anything to do with it, which leads me on to Lucy Letby's mum and dad. They are still in denial. They had the barefaced cheek to kind of like be upset in court and all that kind of stuff. I just don't understand how they can have sit and listened to all that evidence and still believe their daughter. They're in denial. One of the nurse managers of the hospital got a £1.5 million golden handshake. Alderhay don't have a neonates department. It was the Countess and the women's. Okay. But that's where they said they would send it across to look after in the children's department. Hello, Bones. The chief of deck. Sorry, I couldn't speak. Put my teeth in. Do we know why Letby did this? No, but I have a theory, Devon. I have several theories. I will tell you. I'll just read them. They should be arrested and charged with medical negligence. I think there's going to be some big arrests coming. I think there's going to be some possibly even manslaughter charges because they allowed it to carry on. The problem with the NHS is half the managers are not medically trained nor monitored. I completely agree. Maybe her parents are unhinged like her. Yeah. So I have a theory why Letby did this. And because I did do a reading on it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, just to see what would happen. And it's very much along the lines of an article that Sarah Vine made yesterday. And Sarah Vine said in the article that if the rainbows above Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace were not affirming the belief in God, were affirming to a lot of people for the belief in God. I mean, I truly think that was a sign. Then cases like Lucy Letby should remind us that there is a darker, more sinister force out there. And I really do believe there is. And I think she was driven by something to do something so horrific. And this is not making light of what she did or anything like that. The only way, I think she has motivations to do it, but I don't think I think there's more than a human being in there. I think there's something dark within her. Remember with Ted Bundy, everyone thought he was a clean-cut, stand-up guy? Yeah. Hi, Cat Wrangler, by the way. I wonder if she's had an attachment. I wonder if something's just crawled up through her nose or whatever else of the orifice and just, yeah. Used to be called Munchausen's. It's a factitious disorder. So she's got this need to be in the center of the drama, but it seems she had this obsession with this married older doctor. Looking at some of the correspondence between her and this doctor, it seems like they were very close in a sense, but he seemed very fatherly towards her. It was hardly romantic, but they seemed very close, and I think he probably just thought she was this sweet little innocent. I think she had a crush on him. And I think she's just got something dark within her as well. National Health Service hospital public don't pay for treatment funded by taxes. Yeah. So yeah. So I do actually think she's basically demonic. On that note, I was going to say that before anybody starts wagging their fingers at all of the spiritual community or people who are like interested in this case, don't feel embarrassed about being in a community where we talk about things like true crime or the royals or anything like that, because the thing with what people would see as gossip, it's kind of how we've evolved to notice there's a problem in the community and notice like there is a problem with somebody and rationalize it. And how people like bond over people who are problematic, shall we say. I do think she's demonic. Child murders, there should be a deterrent of death penalty. Yeah, I think if there's anything do you think she only targeted? It's something the YouTuber said. I think it could have. I'm not too sure about the names, because the Countess of where it is, the Countess of Chester or whatever hospital it is, actually has a catchment area from North Wales, and sometimes like there'll be names, if somebody's like got a very Welsh name like Angharad or something, not everyone will be able, or Myfanwy, not everybody would be able to spell that off the top of their heads, even if they're just all across the border in England. So it could be that. It could even be that. Yeah, we need a place. Everybody needs to be able to talk about this kind of stuff. There was as well a lady who thinks her daughter was potentially one of Lucy Letby's first victims, because she crashed in Lucy Letby's care, and this is before the murders. Well, before she was successfully in attacking a baby, and they were Caucasian with blonde hair. Was the thing about the names? Yeah, there's something with the names, but I think what was the thing about the names? He was asking Lucy Letby, the barrister, was asking Lucy Letby to spell out a name, and it was a name that she couldn't spell, and it was an unusual name. So it could be like a long-winded name. It could be a name that's not native to, say, England. And it's just with it's just with the Countess of Chester Hospital, like taking in neonatal cases from North Wales, then I would imagine it could be a Welsh name. You think God complex as well, but it's hard to wrap your head around. Yeah. A lady in my village had her look after her baby. Really? Oh my God. The police are looking into a possible 4,000 babies that have been born at units where she worked. That's a hell of a scary thought. I feel like there's going to be more. I honestly do. I feel like that it's going to be more, as horrible as it sounds. I think, yeah. And if anyone like comes on and goes, oh my God, it's like we've got to think of it as a reflection of ourselves and blah, 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 blah. Tell them to eat a bag of because this is about some little babies and those poor mothers who lost their babies. Terrible. Lots of Welsh names around sound nothing like how they were spelt. Same with our Irish names. Yeah, like Neve or Siobhan. From the moment she graduated, you think she could have sorted. Yeah, I mean, I can have a little bit of more of a look into it, definitely, but it doesn't look great for the NHS, does it? I mean, bless them. We've had Beverly Allett, who was the original child murderer nurse, and then we've had Harold Shipman, who's the biggest serial killer in the UK ever. And then we had the famous Jimmy Savile, who was a hospital porter and basically got his way through to get victims by hanging around Broadmoor, children's homes, everything. So health and social care places as well. And I'm sure there was someone else. I'm sure there was somebody else for something else. I can't remember. I'm sure there was something else as well. And it's gone out of my mind. And now there's this woman. Kiva. There was that the guy who was in the morgues, the guy with the funny eyes. Oh, he was a thing. There was this gentleman I should know, he wasn't. There was this thing that was a necrophile, and he was an electrician, head electrician, nice bloke, very, very handy around the hospital. Anyway, the police got him for murdering 2 women in the 1980s in a place called Tunbridge Wells down south in Kent, it is. And he ended up, the police raided the home and they were taking apart his bedroom and they found a load of discs. And hundreds, thousands might have been, of victims. The police are still going through all the images of necrophilia. So they were all linked to the NHS with a large population. There's bound to be a few evil individuals. Yeah, but if this is all right, apart from Tunbridge Wells and Harold Shipman and Myra Hindley are both from a place called Hyde in Manchester. And then we've got it's just wild. And why don't we have like this happening? Like the UK hasn't even got the population of California, so why doesn't this like happen in California and stuff? You'll have to smudge yourself after this. Yeah, everyone should smudge themselves at the minute. There's quite a lot of negative energy out there. people in caring professions can be killers, not all. Yeah. Monsters always pretend to be nice men. Nice men rarely pretend to be monsters. Nothing dodgy, but someone to cheer us up. I worked with somebody who worked in a morgue and a body fell on him. Even dead people had had enough of him. Yeah.
I know somebody that worked in the morgue 3 nights.
Yeah.
And it was the third night, it was when the body was full of gas.
Mm-hmm.
And it sat up, farted, and lay back down, and that was getting gone.
Did everyone hear that? Apparently, Mr. Northey is saying he knew somebody who worked in a morgue for 3 nights. And on the 3rd night, it was full of gas, the bodies, and the body sat up, farted, and that was it. He left. Yeah, too many little ones passed through. So there we go. I just thought I'd it was terrible, isn't it? I think honestly, I just don't think it's gonna. I think she's gonna get the book thrown at her tomorrow, hopefully, and we are going into Mercury retrograde. According to my astrological diary, which I've put down somewhere, I can't find it. We're actually going into Mercury retrograde. You lasted a day in a morgue, bless you, man. Ooh, enjoy your dinner. How do you become a member? Wendy, there should be like a little button somewhere. Are you on Apple? When is the sentencing for Lucy Letby? Tomorrow, Karen. Tomorrow. When we've got a moon in Libra, which is the justice card, and then we have Scorpio as well later in the day, so she's going to get a sting. I wonder if it's because most of the killers preyed on Elsie, whereas she preyed on the babies. 2 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah. I think everyone's going to be watching that. I'm going to be watching that. You're on Samsung. It should just be it should be a join button. Hang on a second. If you're on Samsung, it should be if you go to my homepage, there should be a little thing that says join there. Check out the BBC or Sky News tomorrow, yeah. The first day at 16 as nurse's aide, and he had to place a dead person in a body bag. It was so upsetting. Yeah, I could imagine. But I think if you get, I think like, will it not work for you? The Yan. I wonder what's going on.
Apparently, it's something that doesn't work on the phones, and you've got to do it on a desktop or a laptop.
Apparently, you have to sometimes do it on a desktop on a laptop. for some reason with Samsungs. The older nurses are often very mean to you. That's a shame, isn't it? That's a real shame. There's no need for it, is there? You want a tablet? I don't know about on a tablet. It might just be being awkward. I'll tell you what, I'll put a link up after the live stream. You fall asleep most nights, listen to your distance stream stuff. Healing video. We need to do a distance healing video soon, actually. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer just the music, or do you prefer the meditation as well? Do you prefer me talking, or do you just want the music? Which one do you want? I was meaning to ask you guys. What do you prefer? It's okay. You like both? You like the meditation? You like the music to calm you? You like the talking? You like both? Well, I can do both. What I can do is do the meditation one first, and then an hour later do the distance healing.
The links in the description.
Mm-hmm.
I can't click it on your phone.
This is your phone.
And I can't highlight it, copy it, and do it.
Let's have a look. I know. Oh, you've got join there. Did you click join there at the top? Seems that you're not joining though. Because I don't. What do you mean? Oh God, no! I want you to join. I want to talk about you, not. You're not joining. I won't be able to talk about you then. Yeah, welcome to the new members. We have got new members. You're talking meditation, one of your videos. Music is too loud. I can't hear you. What you're saying. Please don't ask me to go somewhere I have never heard of. Okay, I'm going to I'll make sure we'll do an Australian one. We'll do one at that big rock. But I'll need to learn how to say it. We'll do an Australian meditation and we'll focus that energy on the big rock. At least Mr. Amalfi can make you laugh. Ayers Rock, yeah, but they call it something else, and I don't want to upset people. I don't want to upset people. I don't want to put my massive size 5s in it. Here we have the best community on YouTube, to be honest. Fallout. Yeah, the Invictus Games video is up on YouTube. Now, I've seen other YouTubers use an extension to see the likes and dislikes, but apparently it's getting absolutely annihilated over there. Charge Mr. Northy double for being cheeky, I will. I'll just get him to pay. I'll just get him to pay it up front. Uluru. Is that how you say it? Uluru. 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 I thought Air's was spooky. Well, apparently it's meant to be where all of these like energy. It's this massive energy center there, and it's meant to be like wired up to the grid. The more dislikes and comments, Netflix realised the scum are done but need to be cancelled. Uluru. 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 Ularu. 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 It's sacred site for Aboriginal people. Yeah, I don't want to upset anyone. That's why, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to be upsetting to people. Aborigines don't like people visiting. Oh, so it might be a good idea to do a meditation on there. Uluru. Uluru. Best not upset people. Avery might be good. Yeah, Avery might be good. Yes, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff because Sarah's asked so nicely. Avery. We can do Avery. Same with the Maori community in New Zealand as well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to upset anyone. Some of the comments are funny over there. I'll have to have a look at it. Penshaw Monument, my dad would be so happy. Penshaw. I can't help it if I can speak properly. Penshaw. Penshaw. But apparently it's called Penshaw. Avebury. That's a new one. Avebury's beautiful though, isn't it? It's a really nice place. There's a really good crystal shop there. If you haven't been to Avebury, it's really nice. It's a really nice crystal shop. It's called Elements of Avebury. And if the staff in there are just the nicest, really just down to earth and a little bit kind of woo, but they are really lovely. It is in Wiltshire. Yeah, sometimes you just got to leave things alone, haven't you? I don't really want to. Megan was tottering around the track in her stilettos with veterans trailing behind her. You're quite happy go to a pub. There's a pub in Avebury, actually. I forget what it's called. There was a ghost adventure, not Ghost Adventures, Most Haunted there. What was it called? Oh, I can't remember. The food was lovely. Yeah, in Avebury. I forget what it's called. Red Lion. Hello. That got you out. We mentioned a pub and Sheffield Wednesday Joe's appeared. There we go. Hello, darling. Red Lion, beautiful pub, beautiful, nice food. You could take us to Steeples pub in a meditation now. That's, I mean, he's on live now at the minute, I think. I kind of like the vibe with Steeples when he was on to Sean Atwood podcast. It's almost like it's just a little bit too much Steeples. I like a bit of a filter. Bless him. But I do like him. I do like him. You're in the living room hoping someone brings you a cup of tea soon. Can somebody go and bring Raven a cup of tea, please? Thank you. You're off to Wales tomorrow. Hope they're good pubs too. Wales is beautiful. Wales has got loads of pubs. It depends where you're going in Wales. The Skirrid Inn pub is really nice. That's at the bottom of the Black Mountain range, the Black Mountains. Depends where you're going. Bracken's got a load of pubs. There's pubs in Mid Wales. There's quite a few pubs in Mid Wales. Depends where you're going in Wales. There's loads of pubs. You're going to Landrindod? Are you really? You're going to Landrindod? Well, you've come to the right place here. I can tell you about Landrindod in Mid Wales. Really? Really? Are you serious, Joe? Are you serious? Mid Wales. There's a bugger all there. Landudno. Oh, not Landrindod. Landudno should have. Landudno's North Wales. Landudno is. I'm sure Landudno is North Wales. Kendod. Remember visiting a lovely place which had a little chapel at one end and you could sit and ponder the world. Can't remember its name. Yeah, North Wales. You bought a coffee machine for your husband and you want to throw it out. How complicated it is to make a long black coffee with a touch of milk. Yeah. All of Wales is beautiful. Tell you where's really nice. Is Swansea. Swansea's very much like very friendly, very nice, very kind of like got a very similar vibe, I think, to like Newcastle or Glasgow. Or even Sheffield in a way, to be honest. It's very kind of like nice. Anglesey is beautiful. We stayed on Anglesey the other year and we were in the middle of a storm. It was, when was it? What was it? Summer? It was September. Okay. And there was a hurricane up in the Irish Sea and we were staying in a shepherd's hut. And we could see out across the Irish Sea, couldn't we? And the woman who, it was beautiful. The woman had chickens, and I swear to God, these chickens, poor things, they were in a hutch. But honestly, you could just hear through the night. And it's the only time I've seen my other half nearly get blown away. If you want some good burial sites, oh, really, Moya? You know some burial sites? I don't know that many up in North Wales. Okay. Yorkshire, the Calder Valley has a beautiful countryside. Yorkshire's very beautiful. Yorkshire in Whitby, those kind of places is very nice. Supersonic chickens there were. Yeah, laid the egg 3 times. What? Oh, we are going to get a proper EVP recorder for next Spooky Saturday. We didn't have it this time. People were swimming at Tenby and we had our jumpers on. Yeah. You love your air fryer. I'd tell you where's nice. If you go to mid Wales, if you go to like Aberystwyth's nice as well. I love all of Wales. I would happily live in Wales again. Anglesey is pagan central. We went to where did we go? The burial mound. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten it. Bryn Kethley. Is it Bryn Kethley? We went there. We went to loads of different standing stones for days up in Anglesey. It was absolutely the Mumbles. I've got a friend who lives down there. Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. You watch the Wandering Turnip. I've never heard of him. I'll check him out. Bryn Kethley Do, burial mound there. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love doing that. We've got one called, I'm sure there's a video on it, Long Meg, and there's some beautiful stone circles up in Scotland as well. I'm sure I've took you some of there as well. But yeah, and Yorkshire. I might have missed the start, but River's newest video says Harry's to meet with King Charles. I haven't watched River's latest video. I don't think that's true, to be honest. You thought Whitby was spooky central. Whitby is really spooky. We stayed at, I think it was the Black Horse or something like that, or the Black Mare or the Black Sheep. I can't remember, something. The Black Horse. And that was meant to be haunted, and it was. We went down there and a spring goth weekend. It apparently has ghostly bells for when the condemned prisoners were carted off. Really, in Whitby? I wonder if we're going to get ghostly bells tomorrow for when there are over 200 sites on Anglesey. Yeah, there's a lot. We need to go back, actually. But we're all going. We're going to Somerset in February. So we'll go, we might even pop across to Wales. When I was in jazz band, there was a jamboree at Butlins. Okay. Isn't supposed to be meeting the king whilst William is in New York. I think it's a fake story. I think it's a fake story too, to be honest with you. Whitby is another very place, beautiful colours when the sun sets. Yeah. We will get ghostly bells when Hazza comes home. Oh God. Look. I saw there was something in, you just got back from Somerset. Really, Josie? Where did you stay? We're staying down near Wookie. Whitby's where Captain Cook left from. Somerset is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice place. Oh, whoever's thank you for sharing memberships and dropping memberships. Whoever's bought memberships, thank you guys. Your sister and you are doing a trip through Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England. My husband cannot travel, but unfortunately. Bless him. Green Sands and Wookie was fab. I love Wookie. Northie, do you recommend Cornwall, Tintagel? We were not too long at Cornwall, Tintagel area. I gotta say, I do think Cornwall's beautiful. I think they begrudgingly have tourists there. Like they have people who come there and they don't seem very friendly. I think they're over it. I think it's difficult. It's very difficult. They don't seem to be. But I personally I think there's other places in the UK you can go. Like we went to Land's End in Cornwall by accident, and we got to there, and it was one of the worst experiences we've had on holiday, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably the worst experience we've had on holiday ever. So I kind of I think it gets a lot of hype, and I think there's lots of other places that's really beautiful that we can go.
It is a beautiful place.
It's just overhyped.
The locals went down.
Yeah, I don't even think it was the locals, because we were talking to a couple of people and they'd moved there, and even though they'd moved there and they had businesses there, they seemed to resent people who were on holiday there, even though their businesses were for holiday. So I don't even know if they're kind of like born and bred locals. Do you know what I mean? It was very weird, wasn't it? Yeah, it was very weird. You should go to Abra Falls. Ooh, I have heard of that. River is saying 17th for King Charles Harry meeting. Cornwall pre-COVID was lovely. Was there every year, but before COVID, but not missing it. Now we've been other places, but it was lovely. It was actually after Miss Rona we went there, Josie. It was, wasn't it? It was the first holiday after. It was just when everything opened back off. Good luck, Sari, darling. Good luck with your neurosurgeon, sweetheart. Mwah. Much love to you. We'll say some prayers for your friend as well, and for you tonight. I live and work in a tourist town. A lot of locals and business owners don't want tourists here. I know, it's insane, isn't it? It's crazy. I mean, we don't get a lot. We've got beautiful beaches, absolutely stunning beaches, long white sand beaches going for miles. And there's loads of like holiday parks up on the coast, isn't there? And it doesn't bring it, well, it'll bring money into the area, but only for the holiday park, really, and the fish shops and stuff. And it's just like, I don't understand why people wouldn't want that in. It's still tourism. It's keeping the place. What do they think would be there if there wasn't the caravan park? It would just get built on. Bye, Leanne, darling. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Northumberland is beautiful. You'd love to go to Pendle. I want to go to Pendle as well. I want to go see the Pendle witches. I want to go to that's something we'll probably do. Did I tell you all about the car? Did I tell you about the car? I'll tell you about the car. I think it was last week. Was it the week? No, 2-3 weeks ago. My Mini died. My Mini died. I'm got absolutely devastated. Basically, what happened is her spark plugs completely melted down and exploded and rattled around the engine. So she's drivable. However, they don't know what damage they've done to the engine, and they don't know how long her engine will last. So we've had to go and order a Copeland. Is it Copeland? Coufland? Crossland? And we're waiting to get that. Once we get that, yeah, RIP Mini. Candles in the chat for Mini. So the Mini's going to like somewhere. So once we get a new car, we will be out and about. And once we're out and about, I'll make some vlogs for you guys, and we'll go to like some like cool places. Because yeah, I feel real bad, man. I'm even devastated. I love that car. We didn't have it that long to be honest with you. But I've had a Mini now, so we need something a little bit more reliable than the Mini, because she keeps breaking down. Could you not have got an engine from the scrapyard? It could cost too much. It's too much. She's how old is she? 18 years old. Yeah, she's an old girl. And she's just been through an MOT. She's been through services, and she's just had some other work done to her. And then this happens, and it's just like, I mean, it's costing us how much every few months? It's not reliable. That's the thing. She's not reliable. We can't go anywhere very far in her. So, Your car is 24 and still going. God bless it. Toyota RAV4 reliable, never let you down. Well, we're going through Nissan. So yeah. Also, why do people turn into knobheads when they're on holiday? They do mind. To be honest with you, they don't really. They forget like how to like cross the road, and it's the same in car parks. It's a nightmare. People just forget like car parks are, especially Meghan Markle. She seems to forget that car parks are not there for her personal photo shoot. But people just like wander around. It's just like, do you not realize that it's there? Love a Nissan. Yeah, Nissans come from Sunderland. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, the car's dead. So that was another thing that's been like, oh. What's happening for Ellen? You okay? What's going on? Nissans are great little cars with good gas consumption because they're light. Yeah. And they'd be local as well. They'd be coming from.
Vauxhall.
It's a Vauxhall, is it?
Yeah.
It's a Vauxhall. We're getting a Vauxhall. My half's just like looked at us going, "You stupid." I'm stupid. We're getting a Vauxhall. It's a Vauxhall Copeland. I don't even know what colour car. It's silver. We're getting a silver car. A Vauxhall's British. Yeah, the British. It's British, so it'll drive it. It'll brake. I used to have a Nissan. Oh, what was it called again? I had a Micra, and Mr. Nordy had a Duke. Your Nissan is being shipped from abroad. Bless it. Do a fancy barley. What's a barley? Red cars go faster. Apparently so. I know the parts of our beach that day trippers don't went swimming at 8 this morning and it was empty. Vauxhalls were bought out a few years back. You Buick Regal, which is Vauxhall in Europe. Right, okay, that's cool. Hello, Claire. We're just having a catch up. We're just chatting on. The anti-oil processors should be tackle littering and recycling first. Yeah, they should actually. Those people do my head in, to be honest. They just stop oil. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to. Where do they think that? What's it? Cobalt for the batteries? For the how are they going to get? Are they going to mine with electric drills? Look at all the damage it'll do to the batteries. Will do to the countryside. Terrible. The first speeding ticket was in a red charade. Oh my god. Your new car's going to be azure blue. You're getting a Nissan. What Nissan are you getting, Wise Angel? Did I miss that? I'm going to go. I'm just been walking around for half an hour and a half. Just absolute nonsense. The working car is the most common basic car. I drive a Toyota, but Nissans are great. My input for the day. Thank you. The most common basic car on the road as parts of servicing are cheaper. Lots of Dicky threes in the chat for Sherry, please. You're getting a cash car. I remember that you said the other market. No. I'm in Wales getting a car to match the speed limits. Yeah, guidelines. North Wales police though are really hot on speeding, aren't they? No, the mines for the element in the battery use child labour. Aye. Speed limits here are 20 miles an hour. Google Maps cars been mapping our lovely roads. Bless it. So anyway, yeah, So, what have we got coming up? We have got Lucy Letby is sentenced tomorrow. The moon is in Libra, and then it's going into Scorpio in the afternoon. So she's gonna get her just desserts, and there's going to be a sting in it as well. So that is interesting. I will do some readings tomorrow for you all as normal, and I should be going live probably Tuesday night, I think, and then maybe Thursday night, and bye Kelly darling. And then what else are we doing? Yeah, so there's loads of stuff going on. So yeah, honestly, Mickey, I think she's going to get it in the neck because, like I said, the moon is in Libra and then it's in Scorpio. So yeah, she's going to get fish tomorrow. So prayers, healing, lots of love to everyone and everyone who needs it in the chat. And I'm sorry you have to go to work, Florence. Bless you for joining the chat. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays, guys, if you are in the States or over here in the UK. And bye to all the lurkers as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in just to have a little bit of a chat and kick back and chill out. I do appreciate you guys taking time with me. And enjoy the rest of your Sundays, or if you're heading to work on a Monday or having a start on a Monday at the other side of the world, enjoy it. Have a good one, guys. Lots of love to you all. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in a bit at some point. Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.